We're doing our nails today. I know I sound really bad, but right now we're trying to figure out what length we're gonna do. I want to do a long, but I didn't want to do it too short, so I did like a medium long kind of vibe. Now you can see me trying to measure every single one of them because it's always so hard to measure them. Now as you can see, we're gonna do prep and primer. These just help your nails stay on longer, and it just really gets that grip so you won't have no lifting or anything. But those two are from my local nail store, which is Bella V Supply and Hewlin. I will put like a little insert at the bottom, but right now you can see I put 2 layers of dehydrator, and I'm about to put 2 layers of primer. That's my second layer of dehydrator. I always put dehydrator first because it helps. If you put primer first, it's really not going to do nothing for you because it's just going to ruin it for you. Now we're putting our primer on. That primer is also from Bella V's. I didn't have No More Young Nails Protein Bond, but I tried those two without the Young Nails Protein Bond, and it works exactly the same. There's no lifting in anything, so it still works. But if you want the Young Nails Protein Bond to use more, go ahead. You really don't need a primer if you get the Protein Bond. That's what I find out. But I just use my dehydrator and primer now because I'm not finna waste $12 on a primer that literally does the exact same thing as the primer that I have now. But I'm just putting my second layer of primer on, closing it up because we don't need anything drying now over here. Now showing y'all that these are from Bella V's. They were like $4, perfect to cut your nail tips. It's so mwah. Now we're about to do our we're doing our acrylic. We're using Kiara Skies Milky White, and then we are doing a little design that I would insert on the screen in a minute, but I will show you what it looks like. That's the monomer I use, obviously from Bella V, and right now I'm about to enter that picture. This is the picture I was going for. I actually did a pretty badass job for it. Now we are gonna apply the acrylic. So I was gonna use that, but I did not end up using it. I just used the white, and I was showing y'all that there's the glitter spilled everywhere. Like, it's a mess. It's a really bad, horrible mess. Now I'm gonna use clear acrylic to put over the white after I do that. So right now I'm about to show you an application. But for this is how I know that nothing's gonna get into my cuticles or inside my cuticles, because I always push them back, make sure nothing was stuck in there, and that I have nothing, no glue, no residue of any acrylic that I had on the day before I did this. And the brush that I am using is the Kiara Skies. I think I already showed y'all it, but I probably didn't. Now I'm just making sure there's no air bubbles in my brush, because if you get air bubbles, obviously it's gonna ruin your acrylic application. It's gonna make it look, I don't know how to say it. It's just not gonna go well as much as you would do if you did it regularly, I'll put a new mat down because it got on over there. Now I'm doing a 3 bead method, but right now, as you can see, I'm about to do my first bead on the actual nail, which is clear, because that just helps me understand, and that bead makes my apex a little thick on there. So when I put my color acrylic, I don't have to put as big as an apex as I need because of that. And I'm just gonna put that all over my nails, which as you can see me doing. done applied all the clear acrylic, I am gonna do the white acrylic. It's the Milky White by Kiara, guys. Go cop it if you don't already have it. As you can see, I'm putting my first bead, which is where the natural nail, where the false nail meets the natural nail. And then as you can see, I'm kind of like dragging it a little bit. Right now I'm out of the frame, okay? Don't be mad that I'm out of the frame. I'm just out of the frame. But as you can see, what you're supposed to see, that I'm going to like slowly drag it down. As you can't really see that much, but it'll be in a frame sometime in a minute. Let me just make sure that it's gonna be in the. I was out of the frame the whole time, so I'm so sorry. But as soon as I make it, like as soon as I edit it, you will probably be able to see it. But right now you can't really see much. But I'm still doing my first bead. I'm making sure that it is elevated because you don't want it to be too bulky. And as you can see, I'm missing that one piece. Now I'm showing you the whole application. As you can see, the apexes are there. It's just like a little bumpy, which doesn't really matter because now I'm gonna shape and file it. But that's just application only, and I kind of think that's good because my application has been and as you can see right here, this is where my shaping and filing is about to be done. I already shaped, but I did not like use my drill yet. As you can see, I'm switching out my bits to use it. This drill I also got from Bella V. It was like $100 something, but I got it for really cheap because it was for my birthday, and they gave me like a little % discount off. I did try to bling it out, so don't come at me for it looking like that. But I put on RPM 19 to make sure that I get every single thing. I get every little crevice in my cuticle because that is how I'm supposed to seal it. As you can see, I am going downwards and then I'm going sideways. You can't really see the pinky because it's behind the camera, but when it gets closer to the index and everything, you'll be able to see it correctly. But right now, you can't really see it, okay? So don't judge. Do not judge. Okay, as you can see, I did move my camera a little bit so y'all can see me do my cuticles. Okay, so doing downwards, like filing downwards, helps get rid of extra acrylic that you don't need on there or that you don't want on there. And having it at a higher speed and doing that, it would make sure that everything looks good and not bumpy. I am now doing the thumb. As you can see, I'm going like that, then I'm going like that because I did not need as much acrylic that I have on there. And then underneath, because you gotta make sure that it's underneath and it's not too thick underneath. You need to make sure it looks good and perfect. Now I'm switching to my Sandy Band, which is a 240 grit. The higher the grit is, the lower the grit is, the more coarse it is. The higher the grit is how fine it is. Which 240 is actually pretty good to use on nails, especially if you're doing on natural nails. But do not put it like at 13 how I did, or do not put it higher than 5 because that will give you Lord of Rings, which fire rings. I call them Lord of Rings, but you can call them fire rings. and it will burn your client's nails, and that is not what you want, because then they're not going to want to come back to you because you burnt them and you hurt them, you know. Then as you can see, I'm filing underneath to make sure no acrylics underneath. I repeat, if there is acrylic underneath, make sure you take it off, okay, because that is one thing that you need to do. Next, right now I am almost done. I'm about to put matte top coat, which is the best thing to do when you're... I forgot to show y'all the final results, but this is it. Period. I'm gonna insert some pictures after I edit this so y'all can see it, but bye. Anyways, this was the result. I hope y'all love them. Bye.